talk to me about your aha moment with the white paper when you say you realized that our entire financial system was going to be rebuilt on blockchain technology. Walk me through some of the applications that are most compelling to you that affect our everyday life.
Okay, so I have a computer science background. So back when I was a teenager in the early 80s, I coded. So I used to code for the Air Force when I was in high school. I had multiple software patents. And so I had this computer science knowledge. And so when I went to college in 1986, I didn't think there was a future in computers. This is pre-internet, and so I got a degree in finance and economics, and that's how I built my career. But when I learned about Bitcoin, I knew that when the internet started, that there was an issue with the internet. There was a mistake made. We couldn't figure out how to transfer value through the internet using what's called open source internet protocol software. So we all use open source internet protocol software every day. When you get on the internet, you see that HTTP up in the URL. So that stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. That's a piece of software. It's open source internet protocol software that allows you to get onto the World Wide Web. When you send an email, you're using what's called SMTP. That's Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. That's open source internet protocol. Right? But we couldn't figure out how to send value through the internet using this type of software, this kind of open source internet protocol software. Because what was happening was that, like with data, when you send an email, you can copy and paste it, right? Because it's open source software. It's digitized, you can copy and paste. But with value, you can't copy and paste value because it makes that value worthless. That creates what's called a double spend problem. So if I send you $1, I shouldn't be able to send that same copy and paste it and send it to someone else, right? And so that was the computer science problem 30 years ago when we built the internet. So no one could figure out how to fix that. And so the internet was built incorrectly 30 years ago because we had to build it on top of the banking system and the credit card system. So using a piece of software called SSL. And so that security layer software was used so that we could use a central third party, like a bank, Visa, MasterCard, or a bank, to clear our financial transactions. But that's not the way the internet was supposed to be built. It was built incorrectly because no one could figure out how to do this open source software. So Mark Andreessen, who was 2 years younger than me at the University of Illinois, he started a company called Netscape. And Netscape tried to solve this problem. They couldn't solve it. And then Peter Thiel, Luke Nosek, and Elon Musk started a company called PayPal in 1998. PayPal's original mission in 1998 was to create this software, this open source software that allowed us to send value through the internet. They basically wanted to create Bitcoin back then, and they couldn't figure out how to do it either. And so they based PayPal on the dollar because they couldn't figure out how to solve that problem. And then what happened in 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto sent the world a white paper on how to solve this problem. He gave it to us. It was a gift to the world. Here's the solution to this computer science problem that caused the internet to be built incorrectly. And so the world, and when I read that, I just understood because I knew it was a problem. And so when I read the Satoshi Nakamoto white paper, after it clicked with me on the third time, I realized this is the solution. This is what was missing over the past 30 years. So what we're doing today is Polychain, Pantera, Paradigm, A16Z, these venture firms are funding the development of new software protocols, new blockchain software protocols that's allowing us to rebuild the entire internet on blockchain technology. And that's why this technology is so